I will be. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
It's odd because she's sitting on my right side and over there it's opposite.
Yeah, that's programming in Zoom. You can have the mirror image or the opposite image.
So we have a nice snowy day. Did you
It's
shovel
cold
the
out.
snow?
No, it blows away and it's melting already.
Right. But we had a nice amount of snow on the roofs.
It's letting us know that winter is not quite done with us yet. This
And no trees.
heat wave is just killing us.
We have all the time. We are aware that we have weather. And it's a subject like in England. We have a nice weather today, or we have a rainy weather in. So that was the subject in England, a very polite subject to start conversation. Hello, Bridges, Jenny, BP, thank you so much for what the job you are doing. It's unbelievable. You are working so hard to listen and write all the timestamps. Thank you so much, girl. Janice and Laurie.
Rusty, Patty Thompson,
Group 66, of course.
Cindy Faust, Janice Sabatini, Lori, Sue, Craig, and Climate.
And there was
Rosita
something
Ramos.
with yesterday we were saying that there was some weather problem with the weather. Where is Group 66 from?
Oh, there was that building that blew up.
Oh, the fire. It was in the news. Always something. Leo smiles. I'm too Leo and I smiles.
Alexis, Justice Warrior. Thank you very much for spending your time with us.
Thank you. We really are appreciating that. At least we don't have competition today with court from Trump. Monday we will have it. But Wednesday they have day off.
Well, that's been interesting, that's for sure. There was a prosecutor who was talking about what happens if Trump misbehaves in court. He still has to remain there, but they have a room off to the side where he can watch the proceedings and everything, but he's in a room isolated. It's a timeout space.
Wow.
And so he can be sent to that, and then maybe that, if he's disruptive, he can be sent there many times until he gets the idea.
He will be pulled by the ear to principal office. Good.
Yeah, but it's not like he's removed from the courthouse. He's just put in a timeout space where he can't.
And if he doesn't
cause
show
a
up,
problem.
they will go and arrest him.
Yeah. Oh, he's mad about that.
And I was joking yesterday, telling Cheryl how it will be if he will be sleeping for a night in some jail. In the morning, no makeup, no hairspray. He will be feeling really unhappy.
I noticed that, you know how the last trial, Alina Hubba was on the one side and the gent was on the other side, and they were fairly close. Did you notice the distance between everybody today?
No, I was not.
Or yesterday, the two attorneys, and Trump's in the middle, but they're all like, there's good space between them now. That's what I was wondering about.
That must be that.
We're nasty. I'm sorry.
Bring me disinfectant. Or some perfumes, not the Trump perfumes. How he can even sell Trump perfumes?
You can sell anything.
He can sell S ending on letter T.
Yeah.
And he will make money and people will buy it. Mega.
Now, Lori is asking a question that's very good. It's regarding the jury selection of Trump's New York trial. Will the majority be impartial and will Trump be found guilty? All it takes is one to hang the trial. Or hang
It
the jury.
is. There are two lawyers. There's a
Corporate lawyers, yeah.
Corporate lawyers. There is a teacher,
A nurse, I think.
a nurse, and the guy from Puerto Rico. So and the Irish guy, I think, as well.
There's four men and 3 women, I think.
Yeah. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3. So are you looking at whether it'll be impartial?
Yeah. There will be some people who would like to ask questions and questions and questions. So they will be interested this way or that way. It will be making us nervous because when the jury is asking questions, it's not always the best for outcome.
Yeah, but they still need to have their answers if they didn't. do anything.
Yeah, and there will be a balancing. They will make a good choices. That's good, and they will go for security. So that everyone would like to have secure country, and I believe everything will be good. But they don't want to harm him. So it will be. I see just hands pull up for questions.
Well, I remember for like on January 6th, the special counsel for that, they used Republicans as witnesses. That's what they're again doing, is people close to him.
Mhm.
And then it said in the grand jury cases that they've had against Trump, after they see the evidence, even ones who were pro-Trump,
They
they
changed their mind.
changed.
As long as they are open-minded, they can change mind.
Yeah.
And one guy said, he's very interesting. Which way? We can't deny that Trump is interesting creature. Oh gosh. I was not interested in politics, and then I started being. So I own him so much. Thank you, Trump, for making me aware that there is something like politics, and it can be very interesting.
And what's interesting is that it comes into other countries, including Canada, the same kind of.
Oh boy, my brother from Germany is
Stuff.
sending me all the time some information about Canada and about USA. Sometimes he has more information than I do.
Now, will Trump be found guilty? This trial may even start next week.
Well, throwing a book at him means that he will be guilty. Okay, yes. I just want to make sure that what I'm seeing is the correct answer.
1,
Regard.
2, 3.
Yeah, it's so hard to imagine yourself. You are seeing a picture and you have to understand what that means. Thank you, group 66. And it will be discomfort in the country because some part of the country will be pro him and some other no. So he did stupid things and crying. Poor Donnie will be not only pooping but crying as well. Poor baby. We have to give him attention and put him on attention.
Well, it says that he's going to make a lot of money, bring in a lot of money for his defense teams by doing this, going out and talking all the time. Now,
I can't understand why people will be supportive of him. Before they have values, they will say, oh, you are cheating on your wife who had cancer. Out.
Now, I had asked you the other day a question, and you said to hold off on it.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember.
And that was about the evangelicals who are very, very supportive of Trump after they go through this hush money stuff where he covered that up. I mean, Karen McDougal, he was having a 1-year affair with while Melania was pregnant, and then four months after Barron was born, then he had the Stormy Daniels. But it was that whole cover-up thing of, because it was 2 weeks before the election, he didn't want it to come out because that tape came out. So how will the evangelicals, do they have enough principles where they'll put that over
to get rid of the gold, the orange Jesus?
Yeah, because they bring him in just because their laws are going to be changed to favor their values. But do they have any basic values that they don't like this going on?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
The boat will be on the rocky waters on the storm. You have to understand that you have kids. They have kids, and the kids can think. And teenagers are really nasty asking parents questions. Because they are such a good observers. And you have to always give them a good sample of your marriage so they don't question you. They want to be nasty to parents. Like, that's the nature of the teenagers. They are practicing on parents how to fit in the society. So they are really aggressive with questions. And I feel that the evangelical kids have some brains. They educate them.
So they're challenging their parents.
They will be challenging, and the parents will have to think, what is important to me? to give them a good sample to be a good human being, or to follow the ring kisser. We know that that's not the real name. And yet, for the money, they will be still, some of them will be helping him financially, but they will have more quiet time. They will rethink everything in the nights. They will think, is it that affecting my family the wrong way? And some of them might give up on them. Because the conscience is your conscience. You grew up with it. And they were told to be a good Christians for whole their lives. And now they are completely opposite. You hate your neighbor. You be discriminal to the foreigner people who are coming to your country. And, don't share with others bread or whatever. So it is like he's doing everything against the Bible.
Well, it's not as if he's going to be the last Republican who's going to be running for president, unless he gets in, and he may be the last Republican. Well, what he calls himself Republican. Yeah, that's not a Republican Party anymore.
Not anymore, no. That's actually, I thought the values in that party are completely low and disgusting. I will call them disgusting party. Mm-hmm. Because it is not what people are standing for.
Well, Group 66 is asking about, can you see about Carrie Lake? She said that there's Trump supporters that take their gun with them on Election Day.
Regards.
1, 2, 3.
There will be some for her, but I don't see her being very influential for them. What they can prove, that they have gun and they are going to risk their lives to protect her? Mm-hmm. I don't think so. They will have, maybe even there will be some shooting for Barr. But they have to sleep on it, and they have to think, we might go to prison and the law will prevail. So I don't think she will be popular, and she's changing her mind.
She is?
Oh, she changed her mind about
abortion. Well, she switched back and forth,
yeah,
she did.
So it's not that she is completely straightforward.
I was reading that there's a gentleman a Democrat, who's running against her, and it's looking pretty close right now.
When is that election? It's earlier than in November.
That's for that one replacement election. That's in June, isn't it?
Maybe, I don't
think it's in June to replace
that. In Arizona, I know that much, and I know the guy, strong guy, going being from the Democratic Party, and I'm worried that they will try to frame him with something.
Looking at the mode of operation that they seem to be doing, the Trumpsters, everything is about framing everybody in court cases.
Can you, maybe you know, how McDougal money was paid? Because I know Acquire paid her, but who paid to Acquire? Because we never heard about this hush money, how that was paid. We know
that was paid. That was paid by the National Enquirer.
Yeah, but he didn't want to lose money.
But it wasn't on the books at that time. They're not. They're setting up, I think, to show that there's a pattern of behavior with that tape.
Yeah.
That
Acquire was able to do that, but we don't know anything about this hush money. How they were.
No, she was paid out and
Acquire, but how Acquire was paid.
The National Enquirer, yeah.
He was not. Packer was packing his pocket probably some other way. So how that was resolved?
And then it didn't come out, but it was the one the Stormy Daniels one. I mean, she was the vocal one.
Yeah, because she was the vocal, but
Karen McDougal, she later regretted and apologized to Melania.
Yes,
then
she's a
she
nice
married.
person. She thought that he is in love with her.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And she was so naive, playboy girl, pretty, naive, and thinking that, oh, I will catch the big fish. And
Now,
everyone knew that Melania is pregnant, so she knew that that's kind of.
apparently Trump did too.
Of course, I think
Now,
he can't deny that Baron is his son because he looks like his son.
now we were laughing the other day about Mike Johnson had gone down to Mar-a-Lago to get support from Trump and kiss his ring and everything.
But the
then-
ring was on in the back pocket.
But then Mike Johnson is standing in front of the podium, and you said that Trump had a funny look on his face, and I sent that to you.
I didn't know why he was so angry, and I thought
And-
that was the reason that he thought, oh, you are not like even worse than Mike Pence.
And Johnson is standing at the podium, and he's talking about career criminals, and he goes like this with his thumb right at Trump.
It's automatic.
And Trump just looked at him with the most horrible, horrific look.
I didn't know, but I thought I was just seeing this without the words, and I thought, oh, he is so angry at Mike. I mentioned that on the last.
At Mike Johnson.
Mike
Yeah.
Johnson on my video that he knows he can't really lean on
Career criminal, and it's pointed at him.
on Johnson because Johnson is even smarter than Mike Pence.
Now, Irene LaCour is asking, will Mike Johnson be saved as Speaker of the House? After that meeting, now another Republican has come up saying that they would support Marjorie Taylor Greene's.
How today Matt Gaetz even was with her.
Oh, really?
That there is a collusion.
Toast another one.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It's hourglass, so it's his time is kind of
Diminishing.
Yeah, he can't sleep. He wants to do some job still before he will be backstop. So maybe by Saturday he will put this on the floor, what he promised. And maybe
And he'll
that
get
will
support of some
save,
Dems.
that will, maybe Democrats will save him. Because at least he will do one thing good. He knows that he can't count on Trump. He is in the corner, and hourglass, the time is clicking.
The time is running out.
Sun is going down.
Kel, the girl Velvet, is asking, will Melania go to Switzerland with Barron? And will they come back or send for her things? Will she stay in Switzerland? You had answered something with that.
I said that she will stay as long as she is still on a pedestal for some people. She will stay. I said that because she is afraid of making decisions, and some women are like that.
And some of the comments are really quite interesting. Kel also says prison will afford him the hygiene he is always needed. Because you said he has to have showers and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but I would like to see him showering in the cold prison bath.
Well, but if it is going to be at Rikers and that special building that's being renovated as a luxury staff room,
you think he will have a
gold
bathtub?
Yeah, it'll be spray painted gold.
That will come off
to make
so
him feel
fast.
comfortable.
And then he will be a gold boy coming out of it, flicking from the gold. But his Bible had the gold leaf too.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Someone asked me about cards that I was using recently on my shorts, and this is the gold foil tarot.
Gold foil tarot.
Yeah, and doesn't say who is the maker. For me, it is some of the features are too hard for me to see. This one is easy, but
what makes it?
They have the writing.
Yeah, they have the writing so that when you do your reading, you have writing to reflect
Yeah, for
on.
someone who is starting, it's a great tool. but when I was doing, it was flashing on me because the reflection, and I was
Yeah, they're hard to
sometimes
see.
not able to see the cards. And
They're great if they're in front of you on the table.
on the table.
Yeah, they're really great.
But for someone who has dyslexia, it's not the easiest thing to see when you are stressed out, because my shorts are only allowing me to be for 1 minute, the one that I'm doing. So I have to squeeze so much information in 1 minute, and not seeing the card and looking which card it is. It's on the stress.
And if you don't think that I stress her out by having these questions with her all the time, I keep telling her she can do it without me.
No, I don't want to, and I'm so happy that I have you. And we are working so hard. Well, she is working. I'm the thing that is floating behind the ship, the messy thing. And I'm saying we are moving forward.
We're always moving forward.
Yeah, maybe today.
Life can only get better.
Maybe today we will be done with the taxes.
Yeah, well, I think there's a good chance of that. Mary Williamson, is there some underlying reason why Trump keeps falling asleep at his trial? He only sleeps about 3 hours a night, doesn't he?
Well, he can't sleep too much. I thought that if they want to keep him awake, put the laptop or telephone in front of him with the porn stars, and he will be awake. That will keep him. I'm sorry. Entertainment only. And it's so hard to be Trump supporter and be on my channel.
1, 2, 3.
I think he has DHD, the disorder.
Attention disorder.
Attention disorder.
Yeah, ADHD.
So it's very hard for him to sit in one spot. And maybe he's taking something to calm him down from a doctor, and then he's falling asleep. Yeah, and he doesn't sleep too well. He is worried about his finances and about the legal things and what the girls will be saying about him.
That may be the time when he has to be put into that time out box.
That he will have to relax there. And I don't know if they will be keeping him not sleeping. They might come with to those, two metal things on the
symbols.
Symbols.
Yeah.
Wake up!
Sure.
You have to watch it. It's your court. You have to watch it. You deserve it. You did that bad thing for others, so you have to be awake.
Joanne Hall had mentioned in here, Marianne Williamson, I think they have given him, she's answering to Mary Williamson. I think that they have given him something like Ativan to mellow him, plus he is not used to being out of his room until noon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually he was sleeping in the White House till 1 o'clock, noon, and then he was coming out. So
yeah, and watching all of his TV screens.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a morning person. I'm so tired when I wake up in the morning. The things I want is just go back to bed. Go back. I can sometimes stay longer evening. But when I was young, it was opposite. I wanted to go around 10 o'clock to bed.
Now,
go figure.
BP is asking, did we ever look at Stormy and Trump in a past life?
Oh, we never did. Oh, gosh. That's interesting.
Because, E. Jean Carroll was the slave, the black slave on the ship that did him in.
I know. 1 second. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
She was a male with some weapon. Also, she was controlling the slaves.
On the ship where E. Jean Carroll was?
Yeah. So she was doing that. And she was under his supervision, and he was treating her. She thought that he would share with her some money, because he was that time. He was doing some work, and then he didn't give her money.
Gave him, because
Gave
he
him,
was a male
yeah.
in that lifetime.
So she is angry at him this lifetime. She spanked him. That's her nature, probably. And that's the reason. She was duped. How you call it? Duped.
Yeah, duped. Yeah.
Duped. She was duped before, and she got even with him this lifetime. But she was a big, nasty male who was doing this, what he wanted him to do, to control the slaves on the ship. And then when he was going out of the ship, he didn't pay him.
Well, it's payback now.
Yeah, when it's a payback now. She went out of the cave. She wants to show how dishonest he is. In one life, they were married. I see one life, but there might be different lives that they were married too. And he was abusive.
Now, the slaves on the ship, that goes back to a time when we asked about past lives of his father and some of the men that are around him right now.
Bannon and so on.
That Trump was in charge of the slave ship that went over to Africa.
Yeah. And then
to kidnap Africans, to bring them back and to be sold in America.
Yeah, and she was one of those workers that she was working. But in another life, I want to know more about that life when they were married.
2, 3.
Well, he was treating her like dirt when she was his wife.
And having affairs?
Probably. So this lifetime, she got even. Yeah, she couldn't do anything that lifetime. And she was strong, independent woman. So she thought, she made that choice to get even with him in this life. Karma, karma, karma.
Yeah, so it's coming back not only this lifetime from past lives, but also what he deserves this lifetime for his karma.
And her goal is to get him down, down, down. Stormy, stormy, stormy. I predict her before, so it was the stormy. It will be stormy.
Yeah, you saw a storm coming. Kella's asking, will Stormy be okay? She's watched interviews on her, and recently her documentary, both herself and her daughter deserve peace and happiness.
3 cards. I would love to go with her for a dinner. Oh my gosh, I think you two, we will have fun. I can imagine her being snappy, and I like that, joking. She loves to joke. And I never met any strippers, so that would be... Well, I met for readings. I will be lying. I had quite a few for readings, but not, not in connection that I will know someone. I had few, actually, 3 cards.
1, 2.
What was the question? What was the question?
You kind of delayed me there. So will Stormy and her daughter be okay?
Oh, okay, sorry.
But this is how our life is.
2 blondies. Okay. No, she will have to always have someone who is watching her, because she will have to have bodyguards.
Always?
Well, for a long time. She has a sleepless nights, but she's strong and independent, and she still will be working and doing whatever she can do. And even about the court, she will write another book to make money. She's an intelligent girl. Even she doesn't have education, but she's extremely street smart. So I would say something. 2 blondies went to the restaurant and lunchtime, and they asked for Coca-Colas. So the waiter brought them Coca-Colas, and they pulled the sandwiches from the bags. And he's coming to them, and you can't eat your own food. Okay, we will switch.
it works so they aren't that dumb.
Excuse me, it's just a joke, a Polish joke, and that's kind of Blondie is symbol of making funny mistakes. And I'm proud to be Blondie.
The U.S. Supreme Court is presently hearing arguments about the felony obstruction charges the Justice Department has against Trump's rioters at the Capitol on January 6th. Ruling is expected at the end of June and could overturn approximately 350 rioters' convictions and felony convictions so that they have to come at them a different way. But Trump is also included in that. He has the same, and the decision could impact Jack Smith's against Trump, and he's charged with obstruction of Congress. What will be the result? What will they come up with?
Okay. Trump was going down on the elevator when he was announcing that he is president. This is opposite. How to...
He's going up the escalator?
And Melania is not with him. So I see him going up. It's opposite. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It will go opposite way that they want it.
Who wants it? The people or the judges?
The judges, they are working for him. They are debating, and surprise will come out, taking chances. They can't completely neglect what it happened.
Well, then they open the door for the next one to be next January 6th or January 20th.
And that
or January 6th.
Yeah. But it's opposite of going down the elevator when he was announcing that he is president. This is reversing that. Please help me. I just don't understand that, my own vision. Eventually, I will probably...
So it's coming to the surface now to maybe resolve that and make it a better law, perhaps?
Because what he was doing, it was lawless when he was going down the elevator and saying that the Mexican, whatever he was calling the nasty way and so on. So this will be something that, something will go opposite what they are expecting to achieve. Hopefully
it's for the country, the safety of the country.
Yeah.
Not protecting one man and his crew. Artist Liz is asking, are they ever going to find the rest of the documents and top secret documents that Donald, I'll put it that, still has?
Don
Noodle one.
Don. Okay. 3 cards. Would they find it?
1, 2, 3.
But he was doing photocopy of them and selling them, so that doesn't make a difference, because if they will find that, they are worthless. Because he sold them for the money, part-time. So they are not doing full-time job about even searching his protocol.
Well, Bedminster hasn't been searched yet.
No.
Neither has Trump Tower.
And Trump Tower. Yeah,
and you saw it in the wall at Bedminster as well.
He is going away with crime like that. Sorry.
They have so much on their plates.
Yeah, but they can't.
Elaine Marion has asked the same question. Will they ever search Bedminster for stolen documents?
I thought that Smith will go after Bedminster when he learned that the plane was taking boxes over there. Why is he not doing this unless we don't know?
Will they do it after the election?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
They have their others. They are search like when they are showing that there is access to internet. You see that round thing. So they are searching something with the radar, maybe the walls and so on, because it is so well hidden. Everything will come out to the surface. Surprise! And he will be judged about that too. So another Lloydminster probably court will happen eventually.
Oh. Interesting times. Bridget York is asking, what will happen in Mayorda's impeachment trial?
Regards.
You haven't put them down.
What?
Can't choose 3 cards unless they're down.
Oh, they are done. Okay. Because I want to see the
1,
picture.
3. Thank you, Artist Liz.
Thank you
very
so much. He is going to get wet, but he will get out of the water and shake. So the Congress might get him impeached, but Senate wouldn't.
But it'll still be registered as an impeachment.
It is, because that was, but he will still be able to work and so on. So crying over that. There will be a lot of fights between Democrats and Republicans, but the job will be done halfway. Because it's the same way was with Trump. He was impeached by twice by Congress, but never by Senate, because Mitch McConnell never let him to.
He wanted the justice to take care of him after he got out, and now he's paying the price.
He is paying the price. I'm glad he is. He's probably sorry so much that he was so stupid to follow him.
So will Trump testify? He keeps on bragging about how he's going to testify in court. Is he going to testify, or will they stop him?
I saw the card, so I have to put this back. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Well, I saw the tower, so that's the reason the tower is coming to my mind right now. He will be careful. They will be telling him, don't do it. They will be partner with him, that the lawyers, everyone will be telling him, no, don't do it. But he will be cheating, and he might say sometimes something. So he will be trying to say his own version.
Well, the last time at what was it, the Eugene Carroll case or the fraud case?
Yeah.
He went on the stand for 3 minutes.
And he hurt himself more than.
Yeah.
What age they are saying he is? Grade 2 student?
Well, no, he has a mental capacity, grade 4 or 5-year-old, and that's where he stayed. That was for Mary Trump.
Yeah. But he is somehow psychic as well. I believe he has some psychic abilities to look at the person and see who the person is. I'm surprised sometimes when I'm saying things and I will say, is he in the army? And she will say, was he in the army? And she said, yes. So it's like without knowing and just one picture. But it's much easier for him when he's observing people, body language. It's not that he has to study this. He grew up in an environment of being in the orphanage, because he was sent to school.
Military school. He was 7.
Military school. And I was in orphanage for 1 year and in the sanatorium for 9 months as a very young child. I think that gave me the ability to know how to read people's body, how to read people, how to avoid situation that will be dangerous for me, and how to get along with people. It helped me. It was hard, that those times I was not able to see my parents, no one from the family. I was on my own, and I didn't even knew how long it will last. And it is that the human instincts kind of allow me to react to things. And he is the same way. He can look at the person and he knows, okay, I can use you this way or that way.
I can use you.
Oh yeah, that's
it's use and abuse you.
That's how he is working through the life. He doesn't have moral values.
Got no moral compass.
No, he lost them completely, but he never had them. That's the reason his mother sent him to that place.
Carol Salazar made a comment, my first time commenting, but I've loved listening to you ladies for over a year.
Oh, thank
Thank you both so very much for your insight, dedication, outlook, and humor. I appreciate you so much. So if you also appreciate it, please do hit the like button, subscribe, leave comments, leave questions, because Violetta does her video on her own Friday night and then posts it Saturday morning, but she needs questions to answer.
Yeah. And I'm trying my best to find the questions that will resonate with everyone.
Yeah. Now, Selavia has asked, will Ivanka and Jared be indicted by Jack Smith for money laundering or something else? One, two, three.
No, I don't see them this to be done by Jack Smith. I'm sorry. I don't think his hands are too full to deal with so many different situations, but that thing will come out to the surface. She will be profitable about this, and so they both took Queen of Security and King of Money. They both profit. I bet there are some lawyers who are looking at this and quietly, but I don't see Jack Smith.
Do you ever see Bill Barr being prosecuted?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. When I was a teenager, we went with school to the zoo, and there was a hippopotam.
A hippopotamus?
Hippopotamus, yes.
Okay.
And somehow I see Barr as a hippopotamus. And the lady was giving him food, and what the hippopotamus did? Turn out his back and make with his S ending on T, make a big splash on her. And we were witnessing this. There was a glass, so, they have to wash that glass all the time. And poor lady, she was covered with dirt to the neck. And that's the way the hippopotamus is protecting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
He is full of S. Everyone is afraid that if he will start pooping, everyone will be dirty. He knows so many secrets because he was...
And now he started his own company too.
He was on FBI. I don't think anyone will go close to him. I'm sorry. My impression is about hippopotamus. Don't go close. Make sure that there is a plexiglass in front of you. Yeah. No. His wife is giving him a hectic time. She's the one who has some values. But he would tell her that he was just doing his job. But he's worried. He has some worries that in the history he will be badly remembered.
As he should be.
But I see him sitting like comfy on the sofa like hippopotamus with blubber and... Those animals, I never thought that they have that kind of weapon.
Yes.
Well, the skunk has the same one. But yeah, we were just talking about this for a few weeks after school. Did you see that? How can they? And she had the mask on top of the head. So at least she was not exposed. Her face was not exposed.
Now, Vicky Siegler is making a comment or asking a question. Would that escalator vision having to do with things he's done coming up to the surface? Trump going up on the escalator?
Yeah, I believe something that will be completely what he was aiming for when he was going down.
So it's going to come to the surface and then they have to deal with it.
They will have to. He is not going to be remembered nicely by the history. Oh, no. That's wind.
That's the wind. Mary Legere is asking, when do you see this Israel and Iran thing ending? The conflict between the two countries.
the wave will be going bigger and bigger from it. So I'm not saying that I don't know time, but I can tell you that it will be spreading like it's a bomb. You threw the bomb and the wave is, or you threw the rock in the water and the waves are circling and circling. So it is not that it's only there. It will be going in many places.
Maggie Ziegel is saying our cat loves the song, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
I don't know if.
Oh, Crisscross says hippos swirl their tails like a propeller to splatter their hippo poo far and wide.
Yeah, that's what I was witnessing. Good that I was behind the glass, but we were tracking behind. What can we see?
And not go behind it. No. Justice Warrior's asking a question, and it was asked before. Will the Olympics be safe?
No, I said that it's not going to be safe. I answered that one already. Now there will be, and today it's 100 days till the Olympics, and I told my husband I have not seeing this as a safe place. Paris will be under so much scrutiny and resistance as well. So, and it's so sad that the people who are pro-peace, the sports-related event on the world can be vulnerable.
And it was sad. The two Oklahoma women you talked about last week, Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly, were found dead.
But did they say how they were found dead? Why I saw one dead right away and the other?
They did find both of them dead. That's all I know.
And a lot of blood, and it was grandma of those grandchildren. Gosh, can you imagine to give the grandchildren to some woman like that?
Takes away their mother and then ends up in prison yourself.
Yeah. And her husband, I think, is in a prison. The boyfriend or the father of those kids. Some people with the very high IQ are doing those stupid things. And someone wrote that they would like to make T-shirts. We can't be responsible for other people's stupidity.
That's true. We're only responsible for ourselves.
Yeah. So I'm glad that I said something smart once.
Now, Trump has claimed for this trial, he says that he was only following the advice of his lawyers and accountant and how the payoffs were made as legal expenses. It's not his fault. He doesn't know anything about it.
No, he don't understand to feel like a human, to have soul, because you have to have soul to feel guilty about things. And if you don't have that, then...
So why do you feel he doesn't have that this lifetime? I mean, I can see his purpose this lifetime. 1, 2, 3.
Because he never had that in the past lives. I said that he was a Genghis Khan in one. He was a slave trader. Mm-hmm. He disconnected himself from the soul. And now he is pretending to be Jesus, and he's more like Antichrist. Come on. It's all for the money. And that's good decisions for him, but not for others. And soul will be on his way. He will have to fight with the soul. He will have to have the feelings that we have of feeling so bad when we say something wrong, when we hurt someone. You know, we are justifying sometimes, I had to say it, I have to do it. But most of the time we feel guilty.
But supposedly when you cross over and you have your life review, mm-hmm. I remember my mom had a mini life review before she passed, and she told me about it. But when you have your life review, you get to experience everything that, like if I was mean to you, I would experience. I would experience what you were feeling, and it goes beyond how
he doesn't have that.
But he will be able to do that when he has his life review.
He will, because
in his life review.
He never had that in the previous life.
I know, but he'll experience it in his life review. He'll be
I
cocooned.
hope he will have a time to die for a long time, to suffer before he will die, because otherwise if he's killed so fast, he will not have time to.
Yeah, but on the soul level, it can be different.
I don't think he did that in the previous life. Sorry.
It was interesting with that girl, that black woman who ran up to him and gave him that great big hug. That was all set up when he was out on his
I
visits,
didn't see that one.
his rally visits, and that he was going into places.
So how much did they pay her?
I don't know, and they didn't know. They had thought, at least the reporter that was talking about it on TV said that she may not have known that she was a plant, because they found somebody, you know how they find somebody in advance who admires, and she gave him that great big hug, and he didn't know how to respond quite to that hug.
I wouldn't even do that for money. I would spank him for money, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't hug him for money. Sorry. Donna Hippos and diaper Don.
Yeah, it's an interesting time in our lives.
Crisscross. You can read the crisscross here. Sure.
Which one is it? The
Over here.
Don't splatter.
Crisscross. Third from the top.
Yeah, Dawn splatter their poo. Yeah, the hippos. Dawn is splattering their poo far and wide. But Trump was. I have not known so much about Putin had I not had to know about Trump.
Of course.
And it opened up everything about the huge corruption and how things are, because that book, I love it. The one of the House of Putin, House of Trump. It explains so much. But I think he was brought here to help with opening up and moving us forward as humanity, to seeing like he was the one in the net. He's catching everybody around him is going to be caught in the Trump net. And you always said the fish smells
from the top, from the head.
Yeah, and everything's going to be exposed.
And it will be hanging from the Congress upside down, and everyone will say, I don't want to be too close. So eventually that will happen. They will be going reverse way, but not yet. They are still loving the smell of his persona.
Now, Jewel had an interesting comment. Maybe going down the elevator was Don going forwards. He's going down the elevator, but he's moving forwards. And now he is going backwards.
That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Opposite what he was going for.
Yeah.
Everything will be coming to the surface. Everything will be... there will be something good out of this coming.
Yeah. So we just have to wade through it and
see how that...
And vote. Please vote. You'll save Canada as well.
Yeah, we can't vote with you. We will, but we can't.
We are there in support of you, that's for sure.
If we would try it, we will have to pay the price in the prison, so we can't do that. So,
and even at the poolside Mar-a-Lago speech, Trump has suggested that the 2024 election could be canceled and that he could be declared the winner, even though there's no election.
Oh,
so for prayers?
Yeah, I have from the Saturday.
Yeah,
you have.
There weren't hardly anything there.
Oh, okay. Sabita, I have a golden
cyst.
Oh, on my ankle. On my ankle.
Ankle.
Yeah. So she has a cyst on. Any granny's advice to encourage it to leave? My mom had something on her ankle as well, and she was putting arnica under bandage for quite a while. It took her a few months to get rid of it, but it shrinked, and eventually she didn't have. So that's the granny's advice. Alexandra Day, please pray for little cat Kate, who is senior and not well.
Yeah, she was wanting prayers that her senior cat had an okay transition, was transitioning well.
Oh, this one was from Saturday.
Yeah, that was Alexandra Day.
Yeah. M Farlita. Please send prayers to my parents. They are dealing with a few serious health issues. Prayers for world, Taiwan, Ukraine, and Gaza for peace. And Tina Laneview. My 87-year-old aunt Beatrice will be having a knee replacement this coming Friday. Please send prayers for successful operation and quick healing. Yes, we want her to be successful. Suzanne Bermanen, prayers for President Biden and neighbor
With bladder cancer.
who has a bladder cancer.
And also prayers for Lady G. She's back in
Oh
hospital.
my gosh, yes.
She's in emergency and she's going to have surgery. So for anybody who follows Lady G, the psychic.
And she has problem with her guts.
Yeah.
So poor girl, she's posting videos.
From hospital, from her emergency room.
Not first time. I think I've seen her 3 times.
Yeah,
First she had shingles, so she was posting every day videos about that. That scared me, so I went to take a shot, and then after shot, 6 weeks later, I got little tiny shingles. So live bacteria, but
And there's real weather conditions that are flooding and storms that are taking place.
or in Dubai even.
Yeah, real
Gosh.
flooding.
The place is famous for for sand, and now they have floods. So what the changes in the world.
So prayers for everyone who needs the prayers of this community.
And for prayers for the world, for peace. Peace, peace, peace. We want peace and coexistence, to be able to live with others even if we don't like them. To be able to have the... Please continue prayers for my niece Felicia with her lung cancer. Yes, honey. Guernit Grant. I can't read the name.
Or you're talking about the name of the one who's asking for prayers?
Yeah.
Grant that glitters? Grant Hat Glitters?
Oh, Grant Hat Glitters. Yes, for your aunt. And all the best to everyone who is suffering. And sometimes people... I was talking yesterday with my friend, and his oldest son has a cancer, and her son-in-law both got cancer, and her daughter has MS. Carol, I know you didn't ask me, but I'm praying for your family as well.
So Violetta will be posting, doing a video on Friday, so please do comment and ask questions that she will answer. So send them out early because she does the questions on Friday afternoon, prepares them. And then she'll be posting that video on Saturday, and that commenting after the video is posted on Saturday, that enters you into an opportunity to receive or to win, in a way, it's gifted by Janet and Tom Berg.
Thank you, Janet.
For a half an hour reading with Violetta.
And that way everyone can have a chances to have a free reading.
Yeah.
Not free because Janet and Tom are paying, but they will have free for them.
Instead of taking it for themselves, they pass it on as a gift for others.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and enjoy your life and enjoy the peace that we have, because it's important.
And have a good day no matter what your weather is. I noticed there was one in Ontario, they have rain. We have snow, had snow.
We had snow, and now it's better.
Yeah.
Better don't ask. See you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.